Today's video. Today's video is Hey squad, thanks so much for watching today's video. Today's video is actually sponsored by AppMex. AppMex is my choice for online gold and silver when I'm looking to add to my stack. I do believe that with all the financial insecurity in the world, financial prepping is part of prepping. And gold and silver, having gold and silver in a physical form is one of the ways that you can not only hedge against inflation, but store some of your wealth even when currencies hit a crisis. And if nothing happens, if we never reach any kind of an SHTF situation, then gold and silver can be passed on to your children and grandchildren. Please check out AppMex on the internet at www.appmex.com. Tell them Prepping with Sarge sent you. All right, welcome back to the Friday Night Prepper Pre-Party Show. Before we get started, we have a couple quick rules to go through. No racism, no sexism. Be kind to the moderators. If you have a disagreement with somebody, don't be a jerk. Articulate your point and be respectful. That being said, we have a good time here. Everybody's usually respectful. Just want to let you know what the rules are ahead of time. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. If you found this video helpful at all, please consider giving me a thumbs up. And lastly, don't forget to check in the description down below for some discount codes for some products that I think you'll like, products that should make your preparedness journey a little bit more affordable. Thank you so much for sharing your night with me, and let's have some fun. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Friday Night Prepper Pre-Party Show. It's probably going to be a smaller audience tonight. I think a bunch of people are at the bug out weekend, so some of our usual crew won't be here, and that's okay. This is probably going to be a really low-key one. No super serious topics tonight. This is just going to be kind of a fun unboxing of some stuff, showing you some new gear that I've accumulated over the last few months. So when you see this stuff tonight, think like, oh my gosh, this guy's like money bags. No. First of all, some of this stuff are from brands that I represent. So some of it was given to me, some of it has been purchased, and none of it was purchased like all at once. So this was spread out over a couple months. I just haven't had the chance to kind of show you some of the stuff that I've been picking up. So I figured tonight would be a good night to do that. Next week is the big stream. That's where we've got some really amazing guests coming next week. We've got the Angry Prepper, we've got Rogue Preparedness, we've got Praxis Prepping, Praxis Homesteading and Survival. We've got Hudson Valley Prepping and Survival, and the Urban Prepper, Cliff the Urban Prepper. Whoa, what a lineup. It's going to be crazy. So tonight, I actually need your help, those of you who are here, and I'm going to say hi to chat in just 1 second. I need a little bit of help. So I'm actually planning something fun for them. So as I'm doing some unboxing, I'm going to ask you guys to vote on some things. So what we're going to do, and if anybody from that group checks in, we're going to tell them like, hey, like Hudson Valley Prepping and Survival a lot of times checks in. So when he comes in, when we're talking about his piece of this, I'm going to encourage him to like not listen because it'll spoil the fun. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have you vote on, out of the 6 of us, what is going to be the most likely thing to kill us in the apocalypse. Okay. So the first one will, of course, be me. And what I want you to do is just vote in chat. There's not a poll, just vote in chat. Three of the most likely ways that Sarge is going to die in the apocalypse, and the choices that I'm giving you, because I tried to cultivate these towards the channels that are going to be guesting next week, so they'll make sense as you hear them, especially if you follow all these channels. So for me, the 3 choices I want you to vote on of these, what's the most likely way that I'm going to die in the apocalypse? Number 1, ate the wrong plant because I misidentified a plant. Number 2, got killed trying to help somebody. And number 3, I nicked an artery sharpening something from my knife collection. Okay, so those are your 3 choices there. That I identified the wrong plant when I was trying to forage, that I got killed trying to help somebody, or I nicked an artery sharpening my knives. So let me go ahead and say hi to chat here. Go ahead and vote on that now. And we're going to do this for all 6 of my guests that I got coming next week, because it's going to be part of next week's stream. Just a little fun skit I'm going to do. All right, so let's see. Virginia Bushcrafter, I actually thought you were going to be at that bug out weekend there. So good to see you, my friend. I'm glad you're here. Coffee first, then speak. Wayne, how are you doing tonight? Appreciate you. Prepper for the Ages, thanks for joining. Appreciate you. Yeah, next week's show is going to be lit. It's going to be so much fun. Every weekend is a bug out weekend. I love that. Yeah, not for me, man. I'm in the city. I used to have a nice little homestead out in Kentucky, but there's pros and cons. Like, living in the city has its pros too. I don't hate it. There's pros and cons to it. Lazarus Long, how you doing? All right, cool. All right, so you guys are saying number two got killed trying to help somebody. All right, that sounds about right. That probably will be how I die too. All right, so that's the first one. Now, as I go to show you some of my stuff, I want you to vote on the second one. So the second one is Angry Prepper, and your choices of the 3 ways that an Angry Prepper, if you're watching this on replay or anything like that, skip this part or it's going to spoil the fun for you. So what are the 3 ways of these? What's the most likely way that the Angry Prepper is going to die in the apocalypse? Number 1, passes out while ranting about how people should have listened to him. Number 2, slips on something while practicing Krav Maga in his bunker. Or number 3, gets ambushed chasing after a raider who tried. Gets ambushed chasing after a trader who tried to trade spam. Trade spam with him. So those are your 3 choices. Number 1, passes out while ranting about how people should have listened to him. Number 2, slips on something while practicing Krav Maga in his bunker. Number 3, gets ambushed chasing after somebody who tried to trade spam to him. All right. So while you guys are voting on that, first thing I want to show you here, this is a little knife I got from my friend Brian Woods Monkey, who runs Woods Monkey. I've done some shorts with them before. You guys have seen him before. This is the Kerf Carver, and at some point I'm going to do a long form review for this. I'm going to try to work on a short with this one this weekend, but this is a cool little carving knife. This is the Kerf Carver, and you can get this. There's micarta or G10, and there's a number of different colors. Really, really cool little carving knife. I haven't even used it yet. This is good. Tonight's gonna be the first time I'm using it. Just using it to open up some boxes. I believe it's a Scandi grind. Let's see if I can get that centered for you. There we go. Yep, I believe that's a Scandi grind, and nice little carving knife. Feels good in the hands. This one is, I believe, micarta. It feels like micarta. It doesn't feel like G10. I love that color. I love green and black together like that. So it's called the Kerf Carver from Woods Monkey. All right. And comes with a nice little leather sheath. You can get mine came with a leather sheath. You can get Kydex as well. So I'll show you the sheath here too. Really nice craftsmanship on this. So if you guys are going to Blade Show, if anybody here is watching this and you're going to Blade Show, he will be over at the LT Wright Knives booth. Stop over, ask for Brian, tell him Sarge sent you. And yeah, Brian's a good friend to the channel. So he came and visited my city recently, and we got together and had a nice lunch. So he's a real good dude. Super tall too, by the way. So I'm not like short. I'm average height. I'm 5'11". He's like a foot over me. He's huge. So yeah, check that out. That's the Woods Monkey. Over, if you're a Blade Show, go to the LT Wright Knives booth. All right. So next thing, I don't have to unbox this. Just picked up on Amazon some of these steri strips. So if you can see in the picture right there, just for throw a couple into the first aid kits. It's basically like if you can't get to the hospital to do stitches. I may at some point do a little video of this with like a piece of fruit showing you how they work. But these are really cool to have in your first aid kit, especially if forget about the apocalypse for just a second. We get hurricanes here, and we bug in when there's a hurricane. We don't typically leave the city. And once that hurricane hits, you can't move. Wherever you're at, you can't move. And in theory, first responders can't get to you in the middle of the storm either. I know sometimes they will try if they can, but you're not supposed to really make them go out in that. So you're kind of on your own. If there's a medical emergency, you need to kind of know how to deal with it. So having a good first aid kit is not just a good idea for preppers. Everybody should have a really good first aid kit, and periodically check what you got. Think about what training you have. Make sure the gear matches the training that you have. So there's no sense in buying surgical equipment if you're not a surgeon. but buy stuff that you know how to use or you've been trained on. So these are cool. These are the little steri strips, and you can get these on Amazon. I don't have a link for it. Just look up steri strips. They can be a little pricey, so watch for sales. I got this when it was on sale. All right, let's just kind of, there we go. We'll put that away later. All right, let me see. How did you guys vote for Angry Prepper? Let's see. All right, you got, that's me. I need to make a robot arm to pet my lazy hound so I can get some work done here. That's actually a really cool idea. All right, so let's see. We got some votes for 3 for spam. Got 1. That's a Scandy grind. Thank you. Appreciate that, Virginia Bushcrafter. Nerdy Treasure Prepper Investor. How are you doing today? Everyday Life of an OCD Chick. How are you doing? It's good to see you, my friend. I hope you're having a great weekend. Hope your garden is growing well. All right, so it's between 1 and 3. I'll break the tie on that. I'll surprise you with it next week. All right, so that's that one. All right, your next one. You ready? Your next one is going to be for Urban Prepper, Cliff. So for those of you guys who follow Cliff, wait a minute. Sorry, stuff was sticking together. All right, so for Cliff, these are your 3 choices. What is the most likely way that Cliff, the Urban Prepper, is going to die in the apocalypse? Choice number 1. And Cliff, if you're watching this, tune out so you don't ruin the surprise for yourself. All right, choice number 1, forget to change the filter in his gas mask. Number 2, accidentally crushed while sorting through his color-coded gear bins. Or number 3, he got murked for the contents in his Altoids tin. I'll read those to you again. This is for Cliff, the Urban Prepper. What is the most likely way that he's going to die in the apocalypse? Number 1, forgot to change the filter in his gas mask. Number 2, accidentally crushed while sorting through his color-coded gear bins. Or number 3, got murked for the contents in his Altoids tin. I'm going to let you guys vote on that, and I'm going to open the next thing. Cool. This is the first time I'm using this kerf carver. Pretty good so far. Of course, you know, I'll give you the full review at some point. I'll do a full test of it. All right, cool. All right, so this, I'm not going to fully open it, but I'll show you what it is. Okay, so that is and I got a new camera, by the way, so it shouldn't do that stupid pink thing that it was doing before when it would glitch out. This is a mirror safety gas canister, filter. I think I can open this without breaking the seal. Let me see. Maybe. Yeah. So this is I'm not going to completely open it, but basically this is what it looks like. I'll open the next thing I got another gas mask. I'll show you that in a second. So basically this is which one did I get? NBC 77 SOF. There's multiple different types of filters on there. Oh, thank you so much for the donation there. Appreciate that, nerdy treasurer. Appreciate that. Thank you. You just made my night. I appreciate you. So this is the NBC 77 SOF. There's numerous types of filters on their website. Yes, I have a discount code below. You can check that out. And it's actually scrolling right there too. They have like smoke filters, pathogen filters. This is an NBC, nuclear, biological, chemical. In my opinion, these are the best filters, but you go check out their website, see what you think. So every once in a while, when I get a little extra money, I get another one of these. I'm trying to build up my stash of these a little bit. So let me show you. I've also picked up, to go along with that, and I got 2 of those, so I'm not going to make you look at both of them. Basically, it's the same filter. And then I picked up this for my wife because I already had a gas mask, but her face and head is much smaller than mine. She's little, guys. My wife's small. Like, I joke around. I tell her I could put you in my pocket. She's like, let me think, 5'2" or 5'3" or something like that. She's little. Now, if she's listening to this, she's going to be like, I'm 5'4". So this one's mine. I've showed you this before. This is the CM8, I believe. It's made for a giant head like mine. And then hers, because her head's smaller, I got her one. And here's the thing. I want to talk about gas masks here for a second before I read how you voted on that. Here's the thing. For a long time, I thought gas masks were like a stupid thing to buy. Like, this is like too far into prepping. I never wanted to do there. What changed my mind on this was, this is the, by the way, the one I got for her is the CM7M. And it's just a little bit different. They have all kinds of different styles on there. This is a medium, and this was on sale. And I paid for this one. That's why I got this. It was on sale, and it was a really good price, actually. So you got to check the websites on these things, guys. I mean, I know some of this gear is expensive, but they do periodically. They'll like, hey, we're clearing this out or whatever, and you can get a good deal. So this is the CM7M. It was the chemical spill from the train derailment, the chemical fire from the train derailment in Palestine, Ohio, that changed my mind about this. And then I started thinking more about it. And there was a couple more chemical spills in the country. And I started thinking more about like wildfires. And I live near several factories, actually. I live near train tracks. I live near a port, right? There's all kinds of chemicals that pass through very, very close to me. And it's a very, very real possibility that some kind of a chemical spill could happen. We actually did have wildfires, not like right on top of me, but close enough to us, like within an hour's drive this year, which that does like, every 8 years or so, we do get wildfires here. So if you live in an area that's prone to wildfires, if you live near factories, if you live near a nuclear power plant, if you live near a military base, if you live near a factory that's using all kinds of different chemicals, which is probably most factories, if you live near a port, I would strongly encourage you to think about adding a gas mask to your preps. Now, people might be saying, well, what's the point of that? The filter's only good for a couple hours or whatever, or an hour or whatever. The point is to get you out of there. You're not going to live in your house with a gas mask. You're going to put on your gas mask and get the heck out of there. That's the point, is to get off the X. That's when you do bug out. Okay. So that was one I picked up. That was a really good sale. If you're thinking about getting a gas mask, I do get the discount code there. Or, wait for a good sale like I did. All right, let me scroll up here. I want to see how you guys voted for Cliff, the urban prepper. Okay. Another vote for Angry Prepper for spam. Okay, I gotcha. All right. Cliff, number 2, accidentally crushed while sorting through his color-coded gear bins. Let's see if that's what most people picked. Virginia Bushcrafter picked number 3, murked for the contents of his Altoids tin. What kind of camera did I get? It is the Logitech Brio. It wasn't the best. I picked kind of a mid-tier camera, and actually, like, I liked the other one, but it was just glitching out on me so much. So this is to get me by. At some point, I'll upgrade to something a little bit better, but it'll work for now. And the fact that it's not going pink on me and glitching out like the other one was, I'm happy. I also upgraded my wire so I should be dropping stream less. So what do they call it? Ethernet. I upgraded my Ethernet wire, so I should be dropping stream less. If I have to wear a gas mask, that's my line. I don't want to survive. Well, I mean, I get it, Coffee. The idea for me is I want to get out of Dodge if I can. I'm not, if there's like nuclear bombs dropping, I'm with you. I don't want to live through a nuclear war. I really don't. I'm not. I know I have an idea of what the aftermath of that will look like, and I'm not interested in that. I would rather die in the initial blast personally. But many, many people would be like, nope, I'm going into a bunker, whatever. That's fine. It's your choice. But if there's a nuclear war and it's like more than a couple missiles are flying, like if it's a full-on nuclear war, I don't want to be one of the survivors. I really don't. Hey, Utah Mike, it's good to see you. Appreciate you. Respirators are an important lifesaver from dangerous environments. Yeah, and wildfires is a great example of that, right? Like wildfires are going to be more and more common in more than just California. It used to be that, like, yeah, you'd hear it and like, oh yeah, California's getting another wildfire. It's happening in other places now. Yeah, lithium battery storage facilities. I'm not supposed to know this. They're building one of those type of battery places. Not like right on top of me, but close enough. It's not publicly stated yet. I heard that through some good contacts, but that's coming to my area. So that's another one, like those. And if it becomes on fire, it's not just a chemical spill. Even a house fire is releasing all kinds of really nasty pathogens, not pathogens, contaminants that you don't want to be breathing in. If your neighbor has a house fire, that's bad stuff to be breathing in. It's all plastics and chemicals and all kinds of crap. You don't want to be. That's why firefighters are always in danger of cancer. Firefighters have such a huge elevated risk of getting cancer because of all the contaminants, and also because of some of the chemicals that are on like their protective clothing and stuff like that too. Hey James, good to see you. Yeah, Japan seems to have recovered. Yeah, but I mean, you're right. But if you look at some of the documentaries about Hiroshima and Nagasaki and stuff like that, I mean, not good, right, guys? All right, thank you for voting on Cliff. All right, we're going to the next one. Okay, next one is for my friend Rogue Preparedness. And for Morgan, Rogue Preparedness. Of these three choices, now, Morgan, if you're watching this on replay or whatever, tune out. I don't want you to hear this because it's going to spoil the fun for you. All right, for next week. Of the three ways that I list here, what is the most likely way that Morgan from Rogue Preparedness is going to die in the apocalypse? Number one, suffocated because she accidentally sealed herself in a giant Mylar bag. Number two, ate expired food from a homemade MRE. Or number three, killed in a bunker fire when her dehydrator overheated. I'll read those to you again. Number one, suffocated she suffocated because she accidentally sealed herself in a giant Mylar bag. Number two, ate expired food from a homemade MRE. Or number three, killed in a bunker fire because her dehydrator overheated. So you guys go ahead and vote on that. And I will go ahead and unbox a little more. All right, cool. So next thing. So we did the gas mask. We did the gas mask filters. What is this? Yeah, we can do that. And I think I got two more things. All right, let's go ahead and open this guy. This is the next one. Hope everybody's having a good weekend. I appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all hanging out with me a little bit. And I told you this would be a nice low-key one today. We're not going to talk about anything super serious. All right, this is from my friends at Grail. So if you guys don't know Grail, I'm going to show you what it is here in just a second. And I am making a mess with these boxes, y'all. I think I got one more after this. I'll show you. So I bought a couple of these. These are the filters for the Grail water filter. Okay, so if you don't know what that is, and then the new ones come, you can order this too. So you can add like an electrolyte packet in there too. So this is the Grail water filter. This is my recommended filter for hiking or camping. Or I even have started bringing it when I'm traveling to a hotel, because the last time when I went to Blade Show, there was a boil water advisory. Well, I'm in a hotel. I don't really have the ability to boil water. I mean, I probably could figure something out, but this is easier. I carry this, and if there's a problem with the drinking water where I'm going, this will filter it out. You could filter pond water with this if it's fresh water, really. Not salt water, of course, fresh water. You could filter a puddle with this, really. So the way it works, let me show you. It pops out like this. Okay, so this part here, you would dip into your water. Sorry, still getting used to this camera a little bit. Dip into the water, your puddle, whatever. You're going to gather water, and then this part goes in on top of it, and that's the filter down there where the orange part is. And then you want to loosen the top there to let air out. And then as you press down, it's filtering, it's forcing that dirty water through the filter into this container here. And once it's in there, it's drinkable. Now, like I said, you could add the electrolyte packet to that too, which is also, if you're drinking like pond water, it's going to improve the taste. So, but even just filtering it is going to improve the taste quite a bit. And then once you can just basically drink it out of there and you're good to go. This is being used all around the world by hikers in some really questionable water. And it's very, very effective, very, very trusted. This is the one I recommend to you. When people ask me, what water filter do I like? This one. So I'm probably going to add another one of these, the filter itself, once I have a little bit more money. And then every once in a while, I add a couple more filters to my stack. Okay. For home, you might go with a Berkey or something like that can process a lot more water a lot quicker. But for hiking, camping, traveling, that's the way to go. Grail. That's my recommendation anyways. All right, let's check how you guys voted. And then I got one more thing to show you. So I picked up a couple of those filters. I picked up a couple. This is, again, spread over a couple months here. Picked up a couple of the gas mask filters. And then I got one more thing to show you. So let's see how you guys voted for Rogue. Okay, it looks like it's kind of split on this. Yeah, I hope not, James. I hope not. I mean, that's like the nightmare of all nightmares. All right, so for Rogue, I see 1, 1, 3, 3, 2, 3, 1. Looks like it's a tie between 1 and 3. Oh, wait a minute. That's very silly. What's silly, James? We're trying to fight it. 1 is right on top. Oh, you guys are trying to fight the battery factory. 3. Looks like 3 might have won. You just went to. Oh, cool. Awesome. Good choice, Coffee. Good choice. Good choice. Do you have a coupon code for Grail? I do not. I've asked them a couple times. I do have a link in the discount. If you use my link, it helps me out. I get a commission. I do not have a discount code. I've asked them for that and have not been able to get one. Check that. But Coffee, what you can do is sign up for their mailing list, and periodically they do sales. So like that's another option, is just wait for a sale and then grab what you need, because they do periodically do sales. Yeah, Virginia Bushcrafter, man, they're awesome. So same thing for you. Like if you're if you want to get one but you're kind of holding off because of the price, get on their mailing list and then just watch for the sale. All right, cool. So I think I saw more 3s than anything else there. So that is killed in a bunker fire when her dehydrator overheated. All right, we got a couple more here, guys. I think I got 2 more. And thank you for helping me with this. All right, so the next one is for Hudson Valley Prepping and Survival, who I'm sure is at the bug out weekend. But Mike, if you're watching this, please click away for a minute. I don't want to spoil this for you. All right, so for Hudson Valley Prepping and Survival, of these 3 ways that he might die, which is the most likely way that Mike, Hudson Valley Prepping and Survival, will die in the apocalypse? Number 1, murked by the Livingston Man for the last pack of smokes. Number 2, cut down when his AI drone went rogue on him. Number 3, drink impure water because he forgot to change the filter in his Grail water filter. All right, so those are your 3 choices. I'm going to read them to you again. Number 1, murked by the Livingston Man for the last pack of smokes. Number 2, cut down when his AI drone went rogue on him. Number 3, drinking impure water because he forgot to change the filter on his Grail filter. Go ahead and vote on that, and I'm going to show you my last little thing here. All right, so last one. I went ahead and got myself another supply of the Jace case. My supply was at least 2 years old. It might have been 3. And so I was starting to think, okay, I know they don't like expire for a while, but I want to start like thinking about adding to that a little bit. So I got myself another Jace case. And since that first case, they've actually, and I do have a discount code for those guys in my description. Since that first case, they've actually added and expanded a lot of products. So I added a few things to mine, which I'm going to tell you about right now. I can't show you them because my name's on these, and I don't want to, and I think it has my address too. And I just don't want to, put that out there. So I can probably show you the backside of some of this. You can get ivermectin from them now, and you can buy this solo. You don't have to buy the Jace case. That's new. You can get ivermectin solo. So I added some ivermectin. I added some Zofran. If you don't know what Zofran is used for vomiting and nausea. And it is, when you have nausea, it is awesome. Zofran, if you've ever had like a head injury or something like that, or when I was recovering from my surgery, I had really bad nausea for a while. Zofran is a lifesaver. So I added Zofran. I added Tamiflu to mine. And what else? And then, of course, I got the regular Jace case, which includes 6 different antibiotics and instructions on how to use that. I might be able to show you that little instruction thing. So you can expand and add things onto this. They also have some other like regular healthcare medicines, like asthma medicines, seizure medicines, diabetes medicines. They have some psychiatric medicines, like I think they have some antidepressants. I think they have some antipsychotics if you've got a family member with like a psychotic disorder. So what they don't have, and I don't think they'll carry, is like, heavy duty painkillers. They have like muscle relaxers and stuff like that. I don't think they'll do that, and I don't think they'll be able to add like, your benzodiazepine and anxiety ones, because those are regulated. There's certain medications, if you work in the healthcare industry, you already know this, certain medications that are like regulated a lot more strictly than just your regular prescriptions, because there's some chance that they could be addictive. So they don't make those available to you through Jace. All right. So then, and then it comes with like these cards, which basically you can tell it's got ways to sort it by like stepped on a nail, got bit by a dog, whatever, and what's the right medication for it. So that came with it. And I'm not going to show you this, but it also gave you like the safety printouts for all the different medications, so like if you fill meds at the pharmacy, you know what I'm talking about. You usually get a printout about that medication. So that's Jace Medical, guys. Supply chains really, really fragile right now because our relationship with China and India is very, very fragile right now. Guess who makes most of our medications? China and India. If they decided to suddenly cut us off, it's not like we're immediately going to be able to start having medications produced in the United States. It's going to take some time. If you've got a medical issue like asthma or seizures or something like that, get ahead of it. Get a stockpile. It's legal to do this. You're prescribed by licensed prescribers. When you do this, you go online, you fill out your form, and you tell them what your medical issues are, and then it will be evaluated by a licensed prescriber, and your medications are shipped from a licensed pharmacy. Okay. So this is something from the prepping community. We begged and dreamed of having a service like this for so long. And then Jace Medical came along and basically busted down the doors and said, we're going to do this. Okay. Fantastic company. All right, let's go back and see what you guys voted for Hudson Valley Prepping and Survival. And then I got one more, and then I think we're going to call it a night here. So let's see. Okay. I got my first 2 of the great sale, and each came with a free filter. Nice. Yeah, they've gone up in price. They're not super cheap, but they're really high quality. If you're wanting one, I would say keep an eye out for those sales. It's a good piece of gear. All right. You died on a Wednesday. I got you. That was a good one. We all gonna die. All right. So number 1, 2 on a Wednesday. 2, I'll probably die choosing to save someone's dog over the owner. I can understand. Serious nausea sucks, man. You can't move. You can't move when you got serious nausea. We call them triple scripts. Okay. Am on a life-sustaining med that has no substitute. I'm wondering what the cost will be when I go to pick it up in a few days. Yeah, I hope it's not gone up on you. Prepper for the Ages. Go on Prepper for the Ages. Go on Jace Medical's website, and if you hunt around on there, there is a page that lists all the medications that they can do. See if your medication's on there. You might be surprised. All right. All right. So it looks like Chew got that one. He gets cut down by a drone, a rogue AI drone. Yeah, that sounds about right, guys. All right, last one is Praxis. So for Praxis, of these three choices, which way? And Praxis, if you're watching this on replay or whatever, please skip this part. I don't want to spoil the fun for you for next week. All right, so of these three ways, which is the way that Praxis is most likely to die in the apocalypse? Number one, tripped over his recording equipment and cracked his head open. His camera equipment. Number two, solar panel fell off the top of his homestead, crushing him. Number three, eaten by his chickens when he got too low on feed. So the three choices again are: number one, tripped over his camera equipment and cracked his head open. Number two, solar panel fell off of his homestead and crushed him. Or number three, he was eaten by his chickens when he got too low on feed. Go ahead and vote on that one. And we're going to start thinking about wrapping this one up while y'all are voting. I'll put away my knife so I don't cut myself. It's going to be 95 degrees here tomorrow, and I got to get some filming done. I owe people films. I owe people footage. I got a collaboration going with a woman on Instagram. I got to do some work on that. So I gotta get out and film. I hate filming in that heat because the camera gets overheated. I get overheated. Hydrate, right? Maybe I'll bring my grill with me. All right. Let's see how you guys voted on that one. Whoops, I gotta scroll back up. Sorry. Hey, did Maccabees come in? I missed you. Hey, what's up? Hey, Maccabees, it's good to see you, man. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing well tonight. All right, looks like y'all voted number 3 on that one. Chickens would think he was finger looking good. High of 63. Oh man, I would die for that right now, Mike. I would die for that. Yeah, the heat. It's so early to be getting this hot here too. All right, so it looks like chickens is the answer for that one. Cool. All right, so as I wind this one down, I want to say next week is the one not to miss. Next week's going to be a really fun stream. I never in my wildest dreams would have imagined putting that crew together for a panel. So it's going to be interesting. 6 very, very different people. And what was interesting is as I was thinking about these questions, I was thinking, we're all covering prepping and survival, but we're all talking about different aspects of it, and we all have a different style. So it should be kind of a fun little stream to see how we all interact with each other. I think I've streamed with everybody on there except for Angry Prepper. This is my first time working with him. So should be fun, guys. It should be fun. Yeah, Cliff and I did a couple before together. Rogue and I have done a couple. Mike's been on my channel several times. Praxis has been on my channel. So yeah, I think it's just Angry Prepper is the only one. All right. So let me check your chat one more time. We're gonna call it a night. Hope everybody. I didn't. I'll be honest with you. Let me talk about one more thing here. I'll kind of end with this, is because I like to end with something kind of positive. And I wasn't in a place to on Mother's Day. I like to send out messages. I know we have a lot of moms in the community, and I lost my mom. I've talked about this before. I lost my mom to cancer in 2009. And some days are harder than others, right? So that's 16 years ago. You never really get over that. I know it's probably different for some people. If you didn't have a great relationship with your mom, I understand, and I'm sorry if you didn't. But for those of us who did, you never really get over it. And some years hit a little harder than others. This year was just hitting me a little harder, so I couldn't bring myself to get on and do it and wish people a happy Mother's Day. I sent a couple texts out to people that I was close to, but other than that, I really just wasn't there. So I want to say it now because we're a few days past it now, and I'm in a better spot. To the moms out there, you have the most important job in the world, and the legacy that you leave with your children, you'll never know how important that really is. So cheers to the moms. If you were lucky enough to still have your mom, make sure you tell her how much you love her and how much you appreciate her. For those of us who don't anymore, just know that our moms are watching out for us in heaven, and everything that they taught us. My mom taught me a lot about plants and stuff like that. Everything that they taught us, we carry with us, and that's part of the legacy that we pass on. Okay, so belated Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there, and I can't wait to see you guys next week for this panel stream. It's going to be super fun. So you all have thank you so much, Everyday Life. Thank you, Everyday Life of an OCD Check. I appreciate that. Thank you. You all have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. If you can get outside, even if it's 95 degrees, I'm going to make myself do this. Get outside, get some fresh air, get some sunshine. Super good for your mental health, and spend some time with your family if you can. Okay. And if you don't have a good family, remember then your friends are your family. And sometimes your online family is your family too. Okay. Because you can choose to have, if you didn't have a good family, you can choose the family that you want to build. All right. I really appreciate y'all. Thank you for spending some of your Friday with me. Keep planting your seeds. Keep stacking your silver. This is Prepping with Sarge. And hey, look at that, guys. No glitches, and the stream didn't drop. I think we're in much better shape now. Have a great weekend.